Hello everyone, I am here today being very organised for once in my life to talk to you about the Cambridge Planacon I attended this past weekend in Cambridge. It was organised by my wonderful friend Anna from Mrs Brimble's, who I'm sure you all know, her husband John, and then there were other people who helped out, and I was very lucky to attend this weekend. I actually stayed with Anna and John and their little girl, and I had a really wonderful weekend, and I've come back feeling very inspired, so of course I want to share all of that with you. So as I said, the event was in Cambridge because that is near to where Anna lives. Sorry, I have a really sore throat after this weekend. Yeah, the event was in Cambridge. And this year it was a 2-day event, so I went last year, and I will leave the link to that video in the description below. I went last year and I found it quite a perspective altering experience, which you'll know if you watched that video this time last year, but I made some big life choices as a result of going to Planacon last year, and so this year I was expecting big things, and Anna definitely delivered again. But as I said, I'll leave the link to last year's video in the description below so you can watch that. But last year the event was only 3 hours long, whereas this year it was 2 days. So there was a lot packed into those 2 days. I definitely appreciated the extra length of the event. It meant that I had a bit more time to mingle, although I was still quite shy and I didn't get a chance to say hello to everyone I wanted to say hello to. And I didn't get a chance to get selfies with everyone I wanted to get selfies with. But it definitely did give you more chance to mingle. And more chance to shop, which is great for some people and bad for some people. It was bad for me, but I think that the majority of the stall holders did really well this weekend, and that makes me super happy because obviously you want to support small businesses. So I arrived at Anna's house on the Friday afternoon, and a lovely lady called Natalie gave me a lift, so thank you so much, Natalie. She drove me to Anna's house along with Francesca, and if you're in any of the planner groups like UK Plan Addicts or Mrs Brimble's Happy Place, you'll probably know Francesca. She is really lovely. So Natalie gave Francesca and I a lift to Anna's, and then Hannah had organised a meal for the Friday night for anyone who wanted to get together the day before the event kicked off. So Anna and I popped down there for a drink, and that was lovely because that meant that we could chat to people and sort of start putting faces to Facebook profiles before the event. But on the Saturday we arrived early to start setting up. Hopefully I have footage that I can be layering over the top of this, but we arrived early to set up, and the hall was really lovely and spacious. Obviously it feels a lot smaller when everyone's in there, but we set up the tables and put some of the planner swag out on the tables, so that was great. When everyone started arriving, there was a chance to shop and mingle before the event actually kicked off properly. So I got a chance to wander around some of the shops and make a few initial purchases, and I did buy some stickers and things, and a planner pouch, but like I said, I will show you those in a separate video. So I was on a table with Daisy and Geraldine, Anna, who I'm sure you all know. I'm going to try really hard to remember to leave everyone's links in the description of this video, and for the goodie bag as well, I'm going to try really hard to link everyone in the description, because I'm not good at doing that and I really want to share the love for all of these ladies. So I was on a table with Daisy, Geraldine and Anna, who, like I said, I'm sure you all know, and then I was with Lisa from the Lollipop Box Club. We were joking about how hard it is to say that name, but I met Lisa for the first time. She was so lovely. I'm so glad I got to meet you, Lisa, if you're watching. I was also with who else was I with on my table? Why can't I remember? Anna's friends sat with us, and I think for the first day that might have been it for our table. So we were sat together and we were having a chat, and our first talk was from a lady called Anne Hawkins, and she talked about how to make the most of your time and about fitting in everything that you want to fit in and managing your time properly. So she talked about prioritising your time, and she had us draw a square and divide it all up into the things that we have to do, things that are urgent but not that important, and finally things that we do but really aren't important, and could we sacrifice those things to make time for something else. So that was really useful and interesting. After that we had a break, and again there were plenty of breaks, which I really loved, because it meant you could go to the loo, you could nip out and get something to eat, you could go up to the bar and get a drink. After that we had a talk from Steve Morton of Filofaxy. If you're a planner addict, you need to be in Filofaxy. Even if you're one of those people that really decorates your planner and things, like the majority of us do, you need to be in Filofaxy because his blog posts are really informative and really helpful. And Steve did a talk about how planning has kind of evolved and how his planning has evolved, and he talked about how he used to use a Filofax back in the 80s, and then he gradually moved into electronic planning before he began a new job in 2005, where for security reasons you weren't allowed to use any sort of electronic planning tool, so he went back to a Filofax, and he just talked about the evolution of that. Yes, Steve Morton said that stickers are good, so I'm going to go with stickers are good in your planner. As before, after Steve's talk and people had asked questions and everything, we then had another break. Like I said before, I really liked that there were so many breaks. I think it was a very good choice on Anna's part to fit that many breaks in between, and they were quite long breaks too, which was nice, because it gave people the chance to do a little bit of crafting or set up a week in their planner or something if they wanted to. I think after Steve's talk and then the break, we then had another talk from a lady called Emma Wilcox. I want to say she was called Emma Wilcox. I'll double check that, and I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. But I found her to be very inspiring. So Emma talked to us about goal planning, and she taught us a technique that she had learnt from somebody else, which is where you draw a triangle, or to be honest it could be any shape you want, but she said it makes sort of more sense to her to be a triangle, and you write your goal at the top, and then from the bottom upwards you work out a plan basically for how you're going to reach that goal. And I don't think I'm going to go into detail about that because I may do another video on it, but it was really interesting actually. And when she first said about drawing this triangle, I turned to Daisy and I said that I didn't have a goal because all of my goals seemed quite insignificant and like they wouldn't really need a whole triangle to get there. But actually, now that I've had a proper think about it, in sort of like retrospect, I think I can actually do a goal triangle for one of my own personal goals. So maybe I'll do that and then film another video to give you an idea of that sort of way of planning your goals. At some point around this whole time we had lunch, which was a buffet lunch. I really enjoyed the buffet. I thought there was plenty of options for people, you know, there was plenty for me to choose. I thought it was great. Okay, so my short-term memory is useless, so I've double checked the delegate pack on my phone, and Steve Morton did a talk at 12 o'clock, then we had lunch at 1 o'clock. The photo booth opened at 1 o'clock as well. There was a photo booth which was great. I only got a chance to go in it once, but I can't wait for the digital copies of the photos to come back because Daisy, Anna and I took some funny photos in there. The talk from Emma Wilcox was 2:30 p.m. and then after her talk we had a break until 4:30. So again, in those breaks you could shop, you could get a drink, you could go to the loo. It was quite a long break. And at 4:30 we had the YouTuber and blogger panel, which I was on, which was a little bit scary to say the least. I was kind of terrified. I really thought that people were going to ask me questions and I wouldn't know the answers. Actually it was okay, and my friends told me that I did okay and I didn't sound as nervous as I felt, so that's great. People did ask some interesting questions and some useful questions. it's definitely something that I would be up for doing again. I did feel a little bit like I didn't deserve to be up there because some of the ladies had, they have a much larger audience than me. But yeah, it did make me feel a little bit like I shouldn't be up there, but it's also inspired me to really make more of an effort with this channel and get myself into a schedule. Straight after the blogger panel, we went into the planner stack, and there's always a planner stack at every planner meetup that you go to, even the teeny tiny ones. You always stack up your planners and take a picture. But Lisa-Lot from the Lizu Plans, she's like queen planner stack lady, and she was there and she did the planner stack with Ali from Crafty Ali, and again I will try so hard to remember to leave all these people in the description. As I'm editing the video I'm going to watch it through and like note down everyone's names, but they put the planner stack together, and again they did a great job. They managed to get it all standing, and there were nearly 200 planners in that planner stack, and that wasn't even all of the planners in the room. Some people bought lots with them, but they only put one planner on the stack, so there were tons of beautiful planners to look at in that room, and the planner stack was very beautiful at the end. After the planner stack we went into dinner, and it was called the Crafty Supper. So obviously there were a lot of people in the room, and the venue were freshly cooking everyone's food, so dinner was kind of like a staggered event. It started at 6 and finished at 8. So during that time everyone went up and got their dinner, and it was called the Crafty Supper because while you were waiting for your meal you could do some crafting, you could do some shopping. So that's basically what I did with my friends. We went round and did some a little bit of shopping again, went through our planners, took some pictures with people, chatted about everyone else's planners, ogled over everyone else's planners, lusted after everyone else's planners. So that's basically what we did during that time. And dinner was fish and chips or sausage and chips, and I had sausage and chips and it was great. Like I said, I'm really fussy, but it was brilliant. All the food was piping hot, really lovely. Yeah, it was great. At 8 PM there was a raffle with lots of lovely prizes, and you got entered into the raffle by popping your PlannerCon ticket into a box. Sadly I didn't win anything, but that is nothing new. Whenever there's a raffle I never win anything, honestly. I think I won a Starbucks voucher at the Big Meet last year, which was lovely, but that's the only time I've ever won anything in a raffle. I never do. I have like the worst luck. I'm very rarely picked as the winner for anything, so I got to watch lots of other people go up and get their prizes. But yeah, lots of lovely things were donated. Anna had donated some stuff from her shop too. So yes, there were lots of lucky ladies winning lots of lovely things. So after that, after the raffle it was starting to get a little bit late, and I had been at the event since 8 o'clock that morning, so I'd been there for sort of pushing 13 hours. Hadn't slept very well the night before, so I was exhausted. So I went home with Anna and Miss B because I was staying at their house on the Saturday night too. But John stayed and put on a bit of a disco, did some DJing for anyone else who wanted to stay, and I think he ended up coming home at about 11. But as it happens, Anna and I went home and went straight to bed. We were so tired. So day one of the conference was sort of like when all the talks were happening and when all the like logistics of planning were being discussed, and then the second day was like the creative kind of day. So the conference kicked off again on day 2 at 9:30, and I did take a tiny bit of footage of me vlogging yesterday morning, so if that turned out okay I'll pop it in now. Hi guys, it's day 2 of PlannerCon. Geraldine's leaning away from the camera so hard right now. She's hiding. Jenny's like moisturising. We've just arrived, all the stall holders are setting up. You won't be able to hear me at all right now, but I didn't vlog at all yesterday, so I feel like I really have to today. There's a small person behind me, so I'm gonna... I think she wants to be in the vlog, but she can't. So yes, we're just setting up. Excited for day 2. So the day started with a workshop from Geraldine, my lovely friend, and she did a kind of like creative journaling, creative planning workshop, a similar vein to what we did last year, but this time we actually got to spend quite a long time, actually, like at least an hour, actually working in our planners and journals, which was so much fun. We got given a kit, so we got given a complimentary kit. It had stickers, ephemera, washi tape, even a mist in there as well, because Geraldine's favourite thing is getting messy in your journals and in your planners, and she wanted to encourage us to try that. So yes, we all got a kit on our tables and we all got a chance to journal in our planners and go crazy. As always, Geraldine was super inspiring. She did a great job and I really loved the workshop. That was probably one of my favourite parts of the event in general, being able to actually sort of get crafty. I could have done that all day. It was a lot of fun. After the workshop we had another break and then we were treated to another workshop, this time run by Lush Cambridge. A lovely lady called Rose, and I think there was another girl called Ree. I think she came along to help as well, and we talked about scheduling time for self-care. So obviously, because they're Lush, she sort of related it mainly back to having a bath or a shower or a pamper session, but scheduling in that time for yourself. And she talked about sensory baths, so like planning a bath that encompasses all the 5 senses, and journaling about it afterwards, making it a creative experience. I thought it was a great talk. And then we got to make our own bath bomb. So we made the creamy candy bath bombs, and I'm really happy with how mine turned out. Oh, it wasn't a bath bomb, it was a bubble bar. I'm really happy with how mine turned out. I'm planning on using it in a bath tonight. My whole craft room smells amazing because the bubble bar is currently in my goodie bag, which is waiting for me to share with you. But yeah, we got to make our own bubble bars, so that was a lot of fun. Like, not everyone can say that they have made their own Lush bubble bar. So yeah, that was another great workshop. After that, lunch was served and it was another buffet lunch again. I really enjoyed it, and we then had about an hour and a half to eat our lunch, chat to people, do some last minute shopping, and then the conference closed. So day 2 seemed to absolutely fly by. Day 1 did feel sort of really long and jam-packed, not in a horrible way, like not in a bad way, but it felt like we were sort of really getting like packing in as much as we could to the day, and then the second day just seemed to fly by like that, and I was so sad when I realised it was like coming up to 2:30. I was like, oh, I have to go home now. But all in all, it was just the most amazing weekend. I've come away feeling really renewed, really refreshed, just like I did last year, and I can't wait for the next one already. So I know I've rambled on a little bit, but I've actually tried to keep that as concise as possible because I don't want this video to be massively long, but I know that most of you will just be here to see the goodie bag. So let's show you the goodie bag. So this was what the goodie bag actually looked like. It's a canvas tote bag that says "Planner's Gonna Plan" on it. When we first went in, on our table we had a Planner's Gonna Plan cup, which is going to live in my craft room and get used to death. And we also had a lanyard, and the artwork in the lanyard matched the April's Brimbles box, and these colours were like the colour scheme for the whole event. And the tables had lots of matching sequins in, so of course we all put sequins into our lanyard as well. I will leave the links to all of the contributors in the box below, like I said. So first of all, we got this little, it's kind of like a washi wallet. So it opens up and then it's got a little space for washi samples. Stickers from Hazy Days UK. We got a super cute little paper clip from Sharon Kenny. Her blog is Life's Creative Moments and her Instagram is SharonHK1. And that's a super cute little green rose clip. A little pouch of paper clips from Natalie Shauna Crafts. We got a pack of sticker samples from Managing Mischief Co. So we got a set of samples. a super cute lollipop pencil from the Lollipop Box Club, a beautiful handmade bookmark from Stitch and Weave, a little paper clip from Cherry Blossom in the Market Square, a planner band from Pirongs, a magnetic clip from My Pretty Wheat, a planner charm from my friend Daisy at Cloudy Cow, stickers from Moon and Lume, a sticker set from Planner Face, and I actually got 2 of these, but I'm so not complaining because bunnies in a teacup, could that be any more me? Stickers from Strawberry Lime Designs, who had a stall, Beth, she was great. Got some paper clips from Hey Charlie, for bookmark from Steph at the Novelty Corner. Stickers from Philo Fabulous, look at that gold foil. Stickers from K-Lime Pie. Stickers from Danny at Chocho and Mimi. Stickers from Paper, Pen and Plan. Sampler from Stick with the Joneses. Paper clip from Gemma Rose Craft. Gorgeous planner paper, note paper from the Scrapbook Girl, which is Kelly. A little goodie pack from Crafty Alley. A little mini planner from the Lizu Papers. Super cute. A little sample set and paper clips from Beautiful Planning. A sampler from Tea Time Plans. Quite a large sampler from Anna's Planner Bubble, which is so cute. I love the sloth stickers. Gorgeous hand-drawn stickers. We have a undated selection of inserts from Organised with Katie, a sticker sampler from Ellie Beth Designs UK, big sheet of stickers from personalplanner.com, and finally we have the biggest thing in the goodie bags, which is a notebook from Say Nice Things Stationery. They have a competition to win £50 worth of their stationery. There's a pack of greetings cards, some little stickers, there's a cute little personalised thing to say who packed your order, and then this is the notebook that I got, which is just beautiful inside. So you've got lines, and then I think at the back there's plain, and then there's like little cross grid type thing. So I'm sorry I whizzed through that a little bit, but there was a lot of it and I wanted to get through it and again not make this video massively long. But that was the contents of the goodie bag, minus all the business cards that had discount codes and things on, because there were a lot of those as well. So I have a lot of new shops to check out, a few more last purchases to potentially make with the discount codes, and I have a lot of links to put in the description of this video. But before I go, I just want to say another huge thank you to Anna for organising the event, along with John, her husband of course, and for letting me stay at their house for the weekend, which I don't think there are actually many people that would, you know, open their home during such a busy time, but they did. And not just to me either, they had other friends staying too on the Saturday night. They're just lovely, lovely people, and obviously thank you to Natalie for driving me to and from the event. That was so kind of you. And thank you to everyone who came up and said hello, everyone who gave me a gift. Like, I can't believe I got given gifts as well, which is just crazy. Thank you to everyone who asked a question during the blogger and YouTuber panel, and thank you to everyone who was just so lovely during the weekend and made me feel a bit more at ease and who made the weekend brilliant. Here's to the next one, and I will see you in my next video, which should be a haul from the PlannerCon. Bye guys.